it's me. I'm in my Cubing USA national sweatshirt. All out here. We out here in Minnesota. Tomorrow I'm going to Des Moines, Iowa to attend the Heartland Championships that I co-organized with Joshua Beck. My mains and goals. Let's see, I'm competing in 8 events. 2, 3, 4 skew pure minks. 2, 3, 4 skew pure minks. ¿Qué más? I don't know. Personally, I just want to, my goal, my overall goal for the competition is just for it to go really well. She's been placing a lot of big demands like, oh, don't print the t-shirts until we see them. Gee, you only sent a few cubes. You don't get to organize the entire competition. That's my job. You know what I mean? So like, so dealing with them, I am so glad that there are multiple people organizing this because there's so much involved. Like all these awards, all these certificates, scorecards, score sheet, whatever, schedules, all these things involved. So I just want to get, look at Walter. I just want to get results that are about or slightly better than my current results. That would be really great if I could just calm down enough, relax enough. As a competition organizer, I have not been getting enough, practice time in, because it's like I need a mental health break. I'm constantly working on this stuff, and then like just dealing with everything I've got going on in my changing, my life is changing completely, and I'm having to deal with that, and just super, super busy. So I'm just hoping that my scores aren't complete crap. Oh yeah, I'm competing in clock, and no, we don't have feet. What in the hell am I doing on the second day? I'm doing clock, and I don't know. I might do 5x5 as a tentative because I just enjoy solving it a lot. But let's see. I mean, I've got a 20 official average, and I need to get a sub 20 average. My single is unbeatable by me. Anybody can beat my single of 14 seconds, but like for me, I can't beat that. 2x2, I would love to get like a 4 or 3 single. I'd love to get a 5 average or at least a high 5, because I think right now I've got a 6 average or something like that. And it was cool. Like last time I did 2x2, I can't remember last time I did 2x2, but like the time that stuck out in my head, Sarah Cook was my judge, and I used the Chi budget cube that's like the Warrior W one sort of, but it's the 2x2, and I really like it because it's slow, it's stable, it's solid. Like when the cube is solved, it's in the shape of a cube, like none of the layers are misaligned or anything, and it's all soft and smooth, and I like it versus all the other expensive 2x2s I tried. You see the water in my glasses. Okay, anyway, because it's misting out here, so I got my hood up because it's misting. There's water all over the place, so nobody's at the park, at the dog off leash. For 3x3, my main, I'm going to use I'm going to use the Gans Ultimate Magnetic, because that's what I got that 14 single with and that 20 average with, so I may as well stick with the cube that gives me the best times. And 4x4, of course, as always. Walter, we're taking this loop. I want to go up the hill and then just go back around to the car. Let's see. To get my 2, 3, 4, 5x5. I would be using the Yushin Cloud 5x5 if I did 5x5. I like Yushin big cubes. I like how they got, they got the soft plastic. I like it a lot. iCuber recently unboxed the Yushin 7x7, and everyone was like, oh, well, the Chi one's better. And it's like, can't anybody have their own preference with cubes? It's like a cube comes out and it's like, oh, well, everybody's got to use that particular cube, And they keep on coming out with 3x3s, but everyone's using all the same ones. They're still either using a bulk or a GTS2 or a Gans Air UM. That's it. but there are like 1.5 million 3x3s out there. But I'll use the same one. And I'm gonna use it too. Anyway, clock. I ordered a couple clocks. I need to go to my other house, check the mail. I mean, my actual house, check the mail, see if those came. Because my clock, the pins in my clock are super loose and they're causing me to have bad times. So I know I could easily get a sub 20 average in clock if I have a decent clock. My single is 16, probably get a 16. I wish I did FMC, but I'm probably just gonna end up proctoring it. I just don't have time to learn it. But the good thing is I've got no more competitions in the works. I'm not organizing competitions for a really, really long time, like at least for the rest of the year. It's gonna be all other things. I'm gonna try to get the camping cubing festival up and running for 2018. I'm gonna try to get the school program, summer program going, you know, the robotics and everything, Rubik's and robotics, Rubik's robotics, whatever, you know, try to get some different things going, try to do some different things. And those are my goals. And in the meantime, just practice, you know. The cool thing is this, is like, okay, so I didn't realize how quote unquote in I was until on the same day I sat down on the computer, I registered for 3 competitions at once. I registered for WisCube. It is less than 4 hours away. Yes, my first Wisconsin competition. I'm super excited. It's got 3 rounds clock. Very interesting. And some other events. Let's see. And then I also signed up for Chicago's with the costume thing. I actually might wear a costume. I might dress up. And then, so I've never like hung out in like Chicago ever. So it's kind of cool for me to go down and hang out in Chicago a little bit. And then the last one I registered for was September Speed Cubing. In Omaha, Nebraska. Yes. I was telling my dad, I was like, Dad, after organizing all this shit, getting people competing in Nebraska, it's like now people are taking the reins. I have got to go down there and see like what they can do. So hell yeah, I got to get down there. Anyway, so here's the part where that shows me that I'm in. Like, I'm one of the cool kids, but they will not tell me or let me know that I'm one of the cool kids. It's like, whenever I like mess up or something, somebody will be like, what? That's not like you. But everything you do for the cubing community, like, what? You know, so it's like, why don't you tell me these things? Why don't you tell me that you appreciate me before I go popping off and then jacking up the whole thing? You know what I mean? That was some shit way back. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you appreciate what I'm doing, it's like, why don't you tell me? Even if you're like an elite, you know, sitting up ignoring me, and then suddenly it's like I pop off at the mouth, and then it's like, and then they're all like, that's not like you. It's like, you don't even know me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how crazy I actually am. So anyway, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but I'm about to come up by the cars and stuff, and I don't want to have my dog off leash around him. Anyway, so I signed up for the competitions. And I was like, let me just sign up, you know. It's like, I really want, I mean, I'm totally into, I'm not the person to be a freeloader and ride the wave of free, you know, getting in for free. Like, I was like, I want to support these people, I want to pay, all those things, but they just let me on. It's like, I'm just gonna put in my applications, and then my registrations, and then they just accepted my application. So like Josh Fair, just like on, you know, like Drake Bot, just like put me on, and it's like, I nearly died when I saw your registration. You're so excited. And then Slater Metz or whoever is doing registration for Chicago's, because I know it's like Ryan Jew and Slater and another guy who are like organizing that. And I was like, whoa, I'm like in there, dude. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be in there like that. I think that's it. Heartland Championship should be pretty awesome, you know. Got lots of food, we got lots of fun, we got lots of prizes, we got lots of events, multiple rounds of events, so that's pretty cool. Bye! That didn't work. Let's try again. Bye! Wait, that didn't work.